Okay, good morning everyone. Thank you for joining us for our first Malay cultural cooking experience. In this very morning, we would like to acknowledge that the land we meet on today is the traditional lands for the Kauna people and that we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We also acknowledge the Kauna people as the traditional custodians of the Adelaide region and that their cultural heritage beliefs are still as important to the living Kauna people today. Our event today is sponsored by AMAI, which is the Adelaide Malay Association Incorporated, and I would like to ask our Vice President to come up today to say a couple of words. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Helen. Thank you again everyone for coming. Alhamdulillah, this is our first AMAI event. And for those that doesn't know what AMAI stands for, AMAI is for Adelaide Malay Association. It's a new association that just started recently over the last 12 months. The reason the association was started is to gather all the Malays community in Adelaide and to maintain our culture and also to introduce our culture to the non-Malay community as well. So one of the best way to introduce our culture is by through our cooking and our traditional dish. So without any further delay, I'll pass it back to Sister Hani to continue the event. Okay?
Alright, so thank you very much. So today's our first cooking experience and we have our wonderful chef Lena, who I think she can give a brief introduction about herself and then can give a little short introduction about the dish she'll be cooking today.
Okay. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Lena and I'm not a professional cook, but today I'll be your cook for the demo. So what I'm going to cook is called the sambal goreng Jawa, and the ingredients that I'll be using are you've got the recipes there. So I have the red onion sliced like this, and I have chili bowl. So this is just the dry chili, red chili, and onions and also garlic. I blended it together so it becomes a paste like this. I've got the red chili sliced as well, and for flavorings I like to use anchovies. These are dried anchovies, but I just blended it so it'll become a powdery thing, because personally I don't like having like chunks of anchovies eating it when I eat it, so I like it in powdery type. And we have the pad thai. This comes in a form of tins. You can get them fresh, but I use the ones that are in the tins, which is easier, and the sizes are a bit big, so I like to slice them thinly into this size. So this one I have the snake beans. You slice them together as well, and I like the color of green and red into my dish, so it gives, you know, like a more vibrant, a pleasant color as well for the dish. And I have the ABC soy sauce. This is the sweet one for my cooking, and also oyster sauce and salt. I minimize using salt because usually I substitute it with oyster sauce and also my anchovy powder, so that's more natural. And with this turmeric powder, I cook the tempeh. So this is one of the main dishes as well, the tempeh. It comes in this form, and you can get them from Indonesian grocer or Asian grocer. So I slice it very thinly like this. You can even slice it smaller, and you just put salt and turmeric powder and mix them together, and because when you eat it like this, it's a bit squishy and soft, so I like to have it fried. Yeah, fried, so it's a bit crunchy. And another thing I have is the tofu. These are semi-fried tofu, but I cut them into a smaller size, and then I refry them again. So I'll show you it. So all the surface has been fried like this, so this becomes more crunchy, and it's actually optional. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, the firm ones. Yeah, the firm ones, and it's actually optional if you want to put potatoes. So I cut them thinly as well and then fry them. Other things that you can put actually in this dish is the soun and the fuchuk. So these come in dry. These are called mung beans. So don't get mistaken with the rice rice noodles. Yeah, vermicellis. Yeah, because people do tend.
Yeah, once you soak them, they come out.
Yeah, people.
The rice is, yes, they're like the glass noodles.
They're like the glass noodles, but it's from the mung beans, right? Yeah. And the dried bean curd, there's two types. So I use the ones that are in sheets, which I brought from Malaysia, but these ones you can get easily from the Chinese store. And you just break them apart and just soak them in cold water and just let it expand. And then you'll have to strain it, and then we'll put it in our dish. So basically that's all the main ingredients, and I use coconut milk as well. So usually it's 1 tin, but you can add in like the 2 tins. So we'll see how we go. And yeah, and I'd like to add, for this dish, it's always, I cook this dish like once a year, so hopefully today the taste will be okay for you guys to taste. It's actually a special dish on the festival, for Eid festival. So back in Malaysia, my late grandmother always cooked this kind of dish, and it's my favorite. So coming here, you can't get it anywhere, so I'll have to Google it, and then you do your own recipe basically, so you can add anything that you want. So some people like to put prawns, like dried prawns. I don't quite fancy that, but yeah, you can always do that. And with this pad thai as well, these are the stinky beans. This is actually a very some people don't like it because it's got like a strong taste, so you can eliminate this. Anything that you can eliminate from this if you don't like it. Yeah, so if you want to have a look around the recipe, yeah, the ingredients, sorry, you can come over.
So maybe for the first stage, before Lina goes on to show you how she does the actual cooking, we can have a look at how the sort of ingredients are at the moment before the next stage.
So
I've got some pens if anyone needs to write anything down as notes. Hopefully you cut into half.
And with this chili paste, because I'm using the ones, if you buy the dry chilies here from the Chinese store, I find it really hot. So you just have to use a little bit. But this one I brought from Malaysia, so I'm not quite sure, because it really depends on the batches as well. So I just blended this morning, so we'll just see how it goes. Like
fresh chili and blend that with garlic.
Fresh chilies, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it doesn't come out, the paste, it doesn't come out as nice as this paste, the chili bowl.
Exactly, the chili, the dried chili from the actual grocery, they're using the bird eye chili.
Yeah, that's really hot, so you got to be careful with that. Yep, so so this one's actually just, oh,
That is quite good.
okay, yes, that's done. And this one, masukkan di sini. Masuk that one. Yes.
Nak buat tak I buat?
Tak, you buat kan? Okay, thank you.
In the sort of vegetarian vegan section where they have the so it's in the chiller section.
Yeah, that's an organic type of tempeh that you can
So you
get from
can use that
Coles.
as well if you don't go to the Asian grocery stores. But this is one that's freshly made by someone from the Indonesian community, and it's very fresh and tastes wonderful. So if you can see, the original color is white. It's sort of very pale and white. So I guess that's why Lina likes to put some turmeric when she fries them. So it comes up to a very nice
Come like that.
golden color as well, which helps to give color to the dish. It doesn't.
No, this doesn't.
Yeah.
This doesn't, but this does.
So this has been fried pretty
That's a bit brown, but that's fine.
You can it will be a bit crispy, so it depends on, I guess once we mix it together, it will be a nice texture to the dish.
So can you buy that tempeh? Where?
This one?
Did you say
So we bought this in Bakulan. There is an Indonesian grocery store down on Goodwood Road, in Dor Park, I think, closer.
Dors Park, yeah.
Dors Park,
Yeah.
Dor Park that way. So that Indonesian grocery stores, you can get the ABC and
Yeah,
anything
you
that's
can get these as well.
Yeah.
Actually, these days you can get almost everything in any Asian.
I mean, nice to know that.
Yeah, just this tempeh. It's on Goodwood Road, so if you just go
Dawes Road.
near
Before Dawes Road.
Before Dawes Road, yeah,
before Dawes
yeah.
Road, yeah.
So the shop is called,
almost across from the Chemist King. There's a Chemist King in the area.
yeah, the Bakulan. It's called the
So they
Bakulan.
do this fresh every week, and the new stock comes in on Saturday afternoons. So if you're interested to get it.
Yep. And for normally I make one pot of of the sambal goreng is about this size and it's full. So I use about 8 of these.
8 packs.
8 packs of the small ones, and the tofu I use 2 packets. So the 1 packet's got 6 pieces, and I cut that into half as well. Yeah, the smaller ones. So that's 2 pieces. Yeah.
If I may ask,
Yep.
today's recipe is called sambal goreng, but I noticed there is coconut milk. Are we gonna make after the sambal goreng? Are we gonna go further to make what is it called? The yellow dish.
The lode, is it?
Lode. Are we making?
No. So this is actually optional. So for my sambal goreng, I always use a coconut milk into the dish. Yeah, when I cook it.
We will learn from you.
Yeah. So yeah, some people don't. Some people just use the soy sauce. This, and it makes it really dark and black. But I like it to be the color of like little bit of red, and because this, when the chili bowl mixes with the coconut milk, it gives a nice color to it. Yeah, a lighter color. Yeah, it's not like dark black.
A lot nicer.
Yeah. Yep. So hopefully it's okay. We can actually start cooking. Yep. So I put a bit of cooking oil in here. Today I'm using sunflower oil, but you can use any other oil, canola oil, whatever.
So we can make it as interactive as we like. If you feel that you like to come up.
Yeah, if you want to see me cooking, you can come up here. Where's the sudip? Oh.
So would you have to put a lot of oil, you think? Just more than usual? Or?
It actually depends, but I do like to put not too little of oil, so just a good amount. Like you can come over here and see, so that when you cook this chili bowl, it dries out. So then I
Sometimes you need a fair bit of extra oil
to fry,
nice and-
to make it nice and
like crisp, I guess, to cook it.
yeah, tastier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, this thing's quite good, eh? Comes hot quite fast.
Can I put the meat into on here as well?
Yeah, just put it together. So you cook the chili bowl in the oil, and you wait for a bit, and then you can add in your red onion that's been sliced. Yeah, that's fine. So I do like to wait a bit. Yeah, put in a bit of oil.
Because I think sometimes if you put too little oil,
Yeah,
it doesn't cook the chili
it doesn't cook it
well enough.
much. Yeah.
So would you think that this amount of chili is adjustable? Like if someone thinks that's too spicy for them,
Yes, it is adjustable because if you want it more spicier, you can put in more chilies into it. But I hope this chili today is not too hot for everyone. Yeah, you blend the dry chili, which I usually just soak it in hot water first, and then let it expand a bit. And make sure to remove the seeds, because that's going to kill you. Yeah, I've got garlics and also red onion and brown onion. Yeah, and you just blend it together. Yeah, and that's just the paste. Yeah. And you can, once you make it, it's in a whole blender, right? So you can put in small containers like this. So for next time you want to cook even fried meat, yeah, you can use the same thing. Yeah.
most of the time, if you get things from the shops or the supermarket, it's already been cooked. So you can see that it's darker red and it's a bit oily because it's already been cooked. I mean, obviously for purposes, so it's easy for keeping. Whereas this one, that was the fresh blended chili and onions. And it's easy to freeze. You can reuse.
Can you keep strain this? Yeah, thank you.
So we're just straining the ketchup and the soup.
And then I put my anchovy powder into it. Yeah, it's just the ikan bilis that you just blend it in the blender, and you can even blend that before you blend your chili bowl. So that will give a nice flavor, and also it'll become a bit salty. So you won't have to use much of salt into your dish. The dry tofu, yeah, dried bean curd actually, yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, so that's looking quite nice. And now I'm gonna add a tin of coconut milk into this dish here.
So you can come and have a look at this point if you like. So you
Yeah.
can see that most of the oil has been absorbed by the chili. If you
Yep.
hold off from stirring the chili a little
Oops.
bit.
Yeah.
So you can see that
So the
how
chili
the-
becomes like this, and when you put the anchovies, it will suck in all the oil, so it doesn't look too oily. And then you add in this coconut oil. We'll try with one tin first. And what I usually do is, because when you soak this thing, see some of the parts don't become, it's still hard. So once it's still watery like this, then you put in your everything in here, just to make sure that
sessions, and then you can come and join us.
And I think actually this dish is very therapeutical for me, because I do like to cook things and cut things nicely, and so I like to do it in my own sweet time when the kids are asleep. Then it's my me time. And it'll take me 2 hours to do them, just to cut the onions into small pieces and all this.
So she's really pre-cut all this.
Yeah, because the preparation, it takes time. The cooking is just easy. You just chuck everything in.
Eating is only 2 seconds.
That's right, especially when you have all your husband.
Yeah. Okay.
Not really soaks up all that.
Yeah, so just to make sure that it's all cooked, yeah, mixed together.
Sometimes originally if you saw the amount of oil, it did look like it was a fair bit of oil, but at the end of it, we use that to cook the chili, for the anchovies, and
Yep.
as well.
So
So how would you know that when is a good point that this is ready for you to add something else?
I don't really. Yeah, just by the eye. So once I've mixed everything together, and I think that the water has soaked. See, the coconut milk has soaked in everything. Then it's basically cooked, and then I add.
You use the glass noodle, you will stay
Yes.
rather than the vermicelli. Vermicelli
Yeah,
will
sticky.
break.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
Whereas glass noodle doesn't.
Oops, sorry. And you can actually add in a bit of oyster sauce as well in your dish. So I don't really use it much, but you can add that. And then we add in the kicap manis.
Any ketchup.
There's a lot of other
Yeah.
sweet soy.
But this you can find it easily in Kohl's or whatever, even in the Chinese store, the Asian grocer.
Smaller bottle.
Yeah.
Smaller.
Yep, they do.
Not too keen on getting the big one.
Get the bigger ones.
Lasts forever.
Yeah. Well, not in our kitchen.
Everything ketchup
Oops. And with this dish, because you have a lot of things to put inside, it's best to have a big pot. Yeah. So that's why I usually use my biggest pot there. But I hope everything can fit in here. But we'll see how it goes. So it goes. I'll need more color.
Mix it, and then if you need a bit more color.
Yeah.
And I think adding sweet soy will sort of tone down the chili as well. Like if you put in
Yep.
a bit of chili,
Especially if the chilies are spicy, then that will really tone down the taste of the spiciness to this dish. And even with this mung bean noodles here, it's kind of hard to actually engage how much you use, because I only use a little bit and it expands like really. See how this goes into the dish?
should we cut it up maybe, like to
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can really.
a bit like
Yeah,
spread a bit easy?
spread a bit easier. Yeah, you can cut it into smaller pieces.
But this Personally,
even
that's my favorite. Every time I
the
go
longer
and
ones.
eat sambal goreng, I'll just grab all the.
Quite a bit of soy sauce. Huh?
Quite a bit. So I do like to put in more soy sauce at this point because later on when you add in everything, it's hard to mix it all together. So
It might look a bit dark now.
Yeah,
once you add everything in.
So you do the sauce a bit thicker now with the taste, and then you can add everything in. Okay. Now and then you can start adding up, this thing here.
Portions of.
Yeah, only only half can fit maybe.
Yeah.
This one.
Potatoes there.
Yeah,
That's right.
potatoes. Yeah.
So like I think Lina mentioned that some people don't put potatoes, but pretty much what would you like?
Yeah, it's actually your preference, whatever you want to put in here. Yep. Yeah, you can put some more. Yep. So we can add. Okay, that one. We'll add this one
Just
as
be
well.
conscious of the space, so we'll try and put in.
Yeah, we'll try to put it as much as we can in here. We'll slow down the heat a bit.
So we're cooking on a sort of medium heat.
Yep, that was on high, but then I've reduced it to medium now. So it does make it easier when you have a bigger pot, like the bigger is the better. And if you want to cook for a small family, you can just have it on a plate, and then a little bit of this and that, and then once you throw everything in the plate, it becomes like a whole dish altogether.
Because I think I forgot, she still needs to put on other things in there. I almost loaded up on all the tempeh and the tofu, but I remember we have all these beans to put in there, so we need to
Yes, we do need a bit more space. Yeah. Yeah, help us with that. Okay. Then you can put in your snake beans. This is for the nice green color for it.
And I think the tempeh is nice to eat on its own.
Yeah.
Sometimes what I do at home for my kids, I just fry this into like chips.
Alright, that's a good idea.
If you didn't put any salt, so and sometimes
Okay, and then I'll add in my sliced chili, and I hope this one's not hot too.
No, it doesn't.
So
that's the long one, the big chili.
yeah, the long ones. Yeah, they were saying it's not hot, so hopefully it's not. But it just adds a nice color to it, right?
It's all about the color, I think. You add the green and the nice red chili, gives it a
Yep.
nice color.
Panas na, okay. And then you add in your patai. So how much do you like your patai?
Can you smell? Would you like to smell it?
Can you smell it?
I can still remember the smell of it.
Have you ever tasted this one? No?
It stinks.
It is a stinky beans.
Yes, and she's cut into very small pieces as well.
But still,
Yeah.
it goes through the system.
It does. So be aware.
I can still remember. I haven't eaten it for years,
But some things, remain in your memory for years, even you don't have them for that long.
oh, definitely, I can tell you.
Those are the good memories, I hope.
Good or bad memories.
Very subjective.
It's getting pretty full now.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah.
Come in, my eldest loves them so much.
Maybe you could add this one a little bit more. Yeah. So once you've add in everything, it's just a matter of mixing it all together.
So the beans doesn't matter if it's not cooked that well.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
because these are fresh beans. After you
Yep.
cut them, you didn't blanch them.
No, no, it's just fresh beans. So you chuck them in there.
I love how our cooking always has so much color in it. Sometimes I say, if it's all brown or it's all yellow, I just throw some chilies in there, some coriander leaves, just to give the color for it to stand out.
Yep. And what other things? I think these are just the main things that I'm using to.
Because I'm not a good cook.
Yeah, this dish comes once a year only.
Next, boleh buat nasi ambang lah.
Nasi ambang, yeah. And if you feel that it's not got enough taste into it, you can add in more of the ketchup, the soy ketchup.
So I think the amount of chili is pretty good. It's not that spicy.
Yeah. Nasi ambang. Yep.
That's right. I think the photo that I put in the ad was like the nasi ambang photo. So because it had this, and it had rendang, and it had other things. So throughout our next sessions, we're hoping to be able to cook all the different dishes.
But what I do like to eat it with is the cube rice. The cube rice. Yeah. So nasi impit is better.
How originally it was supposed to be.
I'm not sure, but because I've always eaten this during Raya time, so it's always with the ketupat. Yeah, the lemang, yep. And like I said, you can even put like the small prawns, even if you like. Udang kering, yeah, the dried prawns.
Just not the fresh one. Not the dried one, but the fresh one.
Yeah,
And then
Like the cocktail prawns.
yes.
yeah.
And then back home, my mom would put in the liver, like hati. Hati is liver, right?
Yes.
Those are called the pengantin one, right?
Yeah, that's the pengantin one. So they have all these additional things in there. Because while in Singapore, when they cook this, it's usually dishes at weddings as well
Yep.
as in festivals. So that's why they call it sambal goreng pengantin, and they add in all this like the shrimp and the luxury items in there.
But if you're on a vegetarian diet, it's good as well. So you can eliminate the anchovies. So this is like a really good protein source. Yeah, because you've got everything in here, like the veggies and then
The tofu,
the tofu. Yeah, vegan as well. Yep, that's right.
you get enough protein from tofu. You can put that in. It looks pretty good now.
Yeah, so I think that's all. Yep. The rest can't fit. So I have to make the second batch. So that is all. And I think I have to taste this first because before I give it to you guys.